A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the England Open Festival here for the Embassy Club, Westlands Park in sunny Chelsea. It's the Saturday, 17th of June, 2017. And you join myself, Stephen Jameson, alongside Anthony Dundas, to guide you through some of today's matches. And we are looking at the minute at Roy Brown. He's going to be taking on Conan Whitehead in our first game of the afternoon. And it's lovely to have you alongside me, Anthony. You've already played in this competition this morning. We won't talk too much about it, but it seems to be a great atmosphere on the floor.
Yeah, everybody's enjoying themselves so far. It's always a little bit difficult when you're up early morning to play darts. There's a lot of people that say that darts should never be played in the AM, and I would have to agree with it because I was absolutely dreadful this morning. I'm sure these two guys on the lane just now are going to give us an excellent match. Conan in good form, and it's nice to see Roy back playing. He's pretty local to this neck of the woods. Former England international. Looking very well.
That's the practice starts over. It'll be Conan to throw first for the bullseye.
Looks like we are not too far away from the beginning of this match.
Outside the 25.
Players just head up for ball. And these matches are best of 7, so first to 4 legs.
And that's in the 25, so second dart to Roy.
To the next round as Roy takes that 25.
First leg, it's Roy to throw first. Game on.
It'll be very important winning the bull in these short formats. I did mark one of Roy Brown's games last night in the England national singles. He played very, very well.
26.
This is definitely a game that Conan would not want so early on in the competition.
Yeah, potential banana skin early on in the competition for Conan as well. Last year's finalist.
100.
Losing out to Glenn Durrance in the end.
$42.
Roy not getting off to the best of starts.
We have been watching these two warm up on this board
96.
for a little while we were waiting for the game to start, and it's been interesting just to sort of see the style of the two men. Roy very, very steady away. He's had that style a while, and that's not going to change anytime soon.
25.
His throw hasn't changed much in all the years I've known him.
60.
Pretty sure if memory serves, he is a former Scottish Open doubles champion, winning with Scott Mitchell a few years ago.
33.
Spreading them around a little bit there is Roy. This is a little bit more like it. And there's the first maximum from Conan Whitehead, which puts him within striking range of taking this opening leg. 65 to come back to for the man who calls himself the Barbarian, for obvious reasons. He's even got it on his shirt as well, just in case he ever forgets.
100. Conan, you require 65.
65 for the first leg, 25 for tops. It's a good marker, he can use that.
Game shot on the first leg. Conan Whitehead.
Yeah, beautifully
Second
done
leg,
from Conan Whitehead to take the first leg against the throw as well. And as we mentioned just before, Anthony, in these short form games, everything can be on taking the throw.
100.
That's not a bad way to start the second one either. As Conan starts with a maximum for leg number 2.
100.
A bit more like it from Roy there as well.
Yeah, finally settling down a little bit now is Roy.
43.
And that's very unlucky for more from Conan. That's 3 darts that could have very easily gone into the treble 20. Could have been 180, but he comes out with 43. All resting on the wires.
26.
Gets away with only bed and breakfast there from Roy. Conan straight back in again. Oh no.
140.
There he goes. Lovely 140 from Conan to leave him on 138. Roy a little way back here. We'll need to try and force the issues, get himself back into this leg.
45. Conan, you require 138.
Oh, now then, treble 18. Yes, double 12.
126.
Well, a terrific attempt from Conan Whitehead, who certainly seems to be playing very, very well. Finding the trebles with regularity, and indeed on the checkouts as well.
Yeah, definitely a player on form.
Conan, you
Whitehead played well at the World Trophy a few weeks ago in Barry.
Game shot on the second
13
leg.
darter
Conan
to add to the 14 darter on the first
Third
leg.
leg, it's Roy to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, poor Roy hasn't really had too much of an opportunity in this game just yet. Hasn't really got a look in.
99.
Oh, decent start from Roy, but you've got to think Conan's going to be there or thereabouts after these three.
140.
That's very nicely, isn't he? Another 140 to start the leg from Conan Whitehead.
$100.
Roy sticking with him, steady 10.
Yeah, finding his groove now. Conan just absolutely
100.
relentless. The 302, one of those awkward numbers. Maybe should have went 18s there.
98.
So if you're inside his head for a second, did go 18, didn't quite get there in the end. Conan stays upstairs.
140.
Again, that big score.
Again, he's on a finish after 9 darts.
Now we did see on this board before
92.
this game, we saw
Conan,
Paul
you
Hogan
require
win the match 4-2, ended it on a 1-2-1. And Conan Whitehead will be looking for the bullseye.
Oh,
81.
I think he hit an 8
Roy,
with
you
that
require
dart.
112.
He left himself double top. Whether that was it might have been an intentional dart there.
I think he went for the 11 and hit the 8, so he's moved across to leave himself
61.
tops.
Conan, you require 40.
That's what he's on now, double top.
Game shot on the
3-0
third leg.
and another
Conan Whitehead.
13 darter.
Playing very,
Fourth leg,
very
it's
well
Conan to
indeed is
throw
Conan
first.
Whitehead.
Game on.
Second break of throw as well. You can just see there, he doesn't
60.
tend to stray too far away from the 20s. Always backs himself upstairs, even if it means he has to move across.
Good cover shooting here from Roy.
134.
Beautiful from Roy Brown.
And here comes Conan again. Another max.
140.
Not quite, but it's another 140 for Conan Whitehead, who's hit that treble 20 with a lot of regularity in this match so far. Mentioned he hasn't really utilised
60.
much of his cover shooting in this match. He hasn't really needed to. Just as I say that,
96.
has just shown he does have that in his locker when required. 96 for Conan. Roy staying with him in this leg. With the nature of the throw, Conan still ahead.
60.
60 just not enough. Conan will be on a finish after these three.
98.
So he will come back for 107. Roy needs 2 trebles. That has to be the minimum requirement, just to put pressure on it. It's one of them.
81. Conan, you
Hasn't
require
left a finish either.
107.
Yeah, just snatched at that last start, did Roy Brown.
Oh, 10 or 18. It's 18 double 16 for a 4-0 win.
21.
Again, fantastic darts from Conan Whitehead. That would have been a 15 darter to go with his 13 in his 14s. He really has not been hanging around.
78. Conan, you
Slight
require
pressure on it, but
16.
double 16 for 4-0.
Game,
Yeah, it's
shot,
there.
and the
Super
match.
performance from Conan. I think
Whitehead.
that's a ton plus average there. A 13, 2 14s, and a 17. Absolutely super performance.
Yeah, absolutely excellent from Conan Whitehead. We might expect to see him in the later stages of this competition if he carries on playing like that. Super performance. Takes a 4-zip win over Roy Brown. And we will be back with you on the stream with some more action from this England Open Festival in Chelsea very shortly. And we are ready to go with our next match. There you see Mr. Gary Thompson. He's taking on Luke Humphreys. He's just checking his texts before he throws at the board.
Priorities.
So Luke Humphreys is only a young man, as you can see, and he's got those millennial traits. He's a very impressive young player, and we're anticipating him giving Gary Thompson a very good game here today.
You see one of our referees taking his position, Marco Meyer. Will be officiating this one. Should be a good one, this. So young Luke plying his trade not only in the BDO but playing in the Challenge Tour and PDC as well. Does Challenge Tour, Developmental Tour as well. Very, very talented young player. And Gary Thompson, sure, familiar to a lot of people. Been at Lakeside quite a few times. One of the most laid-back men I've ever met in my life.
You sort of get that vibe from him just in his general attire at this at this England Open.
I have to say, if he was any more laid back, it'd be horizontal. He just cares not a jot.
Sometimes find that can make for quite an intriguing, because obviously darts is such a mentally grinding game. Sometimes when players are very, very laid back, sometimes it can work against them, but
that's a 25.
sometimes it just allows them to relax a little bit more on stage, particularly not necessarily on this stage, but maybe later on this evening, on the big stage in front of the big crowd. You can allow yourself to be composed. Just gives you that little bit of help when you might need
99.
it.
81.
Gary Thompson recently reached the final of the Welsh Open pairs. Took quite the scalp in the
55.
semi-finals. Me.
I was just about to ask. I had a suspicion that was coming next.
100.
Not bitter about it though.
Absolutely not. We'll never get that lucky again.
43.
Thompson, former British Open winner. And he has won this England National Championships before as well.
84.
2013. It's a competition he likes. And I get the sense it's very popular with the players on the circuit, this competition.
Oh yeah, very much so. This is only the second time I've been here, but personally it's a tournament I love.
85. Gary, you require 164.
The weather's always absolutely marvellous.
Yeah, it's very, very sunny on the south coast today. So naturally, the best place to be is inside
122.
with a drink, watching the darts.
You require 151.
Which is exactly what quite a lot of the punters in this area
83.
are doing today.
Gary, you require 42.
So Gary wants double 16. Now double 8, which he gets straight in the heart of the bed, and that is leg number 1 going away of Gary Thompson.
Game on.
Get the sense there. Sorry, yeah, did you just get the sense there that Luke just starting to get a little bit frustrated with himself?
Yeah, a little bit. But still early doors. Has best of 7, so
59.
he has going to get the opportunity to claw it back. Gary did win the Bulls, so
81.
no major damage has been done.
Yeah, but the pressure is therefore on Luke to take a leg against the throat, throwing second.
100. $95.
Just drifting a touch west there.
96. 38.
Thompson just a sniff of a chance here to pull away.
95.
Yeah, that treble's useful for him, that's for sure.
Yep, first to the finish.
84. Gary, you require 151.
Right there, treble 17. 74 left, so treble 14.
91. Luke, you require
1, 2, 2 for
122.
Humphries. 18s should be the target. They can still finish treble 20. Leaves the bull. That would have been a
79.
grandstand finish.
Gary, you require 60.
Exhibition stuff made from Luke Humphries there, starting with the treble 12. Now, tops Gary Thompson wants for 2-0.
Yeah, that's game short in the second leg.
And there it
Gary
is.
I have to say,
Third leg, it's Gary to throw first.
Gary Thompson's body language, if you didn't have the dartboard on your screen and you couldn't hear the referee, to look at Gary's face, you would not know if he had won or lost that leg there.
57.
No, you absolutely wouldn't. He's a very, very relaxed character. But I'm sure internally he's pretty pleased with how he's playing here.
85.
Especially to take one against the throw at the first attempt as well, which puts him in such a strong position.
He's got to break a throw,
99.
so Humphries really has to break the throw twice now.
55.
Yeah, that first initial bull off is actually fairly significant in this competition.
134.
It is such a short format.
137.
A bit more like it for Luke there.
He's playing well, Humphries, but I think he's just run into an inspired Gary Thompson.
100.
He doesn't travel as much of the circuit as he used to, but when he does go to these tournaments, he is someone you don't want to meet at any stage of the
77.
competition.
Gary, you require 111.
Especially not in the early rounds.
Treble 17 up, so back over for
51.
14s again.
Luke, you require 147.
So 15 reds, 15 blacks, and all the colours for Humphries.
58.
That's
Gary, you
a
require
miss.
60.
So
Double
semi
top.
again for Gary Thompson. 20 leaves
14.
tops. He just
Luke, you
dips.
require 89.
A little bit of a thrutch with the last dart. 19s. Oh yes, double 16 for 2-1. Double 8.
81.
Couldn't have got much
Gary, you
closer there.
require 20.
So Thompson for 3-0. Double 10. Double 5.
10.
He's very unlucky.
Luke, you require 8.
So this for an immediate break back for Humphries. Double 2. Just moving over slightly.
4.
He's very unlucky.
Gary, you require
Yeah, very
10.
close, especially with that last start. And now Gary Thompson has a chance to... Well, no, he doesn't.
6.
He splits it with the second dart. The worst
Luke, you
possible
require
outcome.
4.
He leaves himself double 2, but will he get a shot at it?
Yeah,
No,
that's game short
is
in
the
the
answer.
third
Luke
leg.
Humphries gets himself
Luke
on the
Humphries.
board, and important to
Four
do so
leg is
there,
Luke to
and
throw first.
against the throw as well. That's one of them, which is very much needed for Luke Humphries.
58.
His point of view there.
He's done the hard work of getting the first break. Now has to make sure that it's not in vain. He has to hold his throw here.
100.
And 58 points to start the leg. Not enough in my opinion. It's Thompson peppering the treble.
59.
And 59 following it up as well. You see behind, you know, there,
60.
wry shake of the head. You know, he potentially let him off a little bit there, though. Only going to take one big score to put him in command of this leg.
100. $137.
And lovely darts from Gary Thompson.
100.
Close like this. Luke Humphries has brought himself back into it. He should
60.
be first to the double.
Thompson getting first pop at the finish, but Humphries is going to be on a much easier finish.
100. Gary, you require 144.
So, 2 treble 20s, double 12. He can't do it now, so just has to pressurise, and that's not going to get the job
78.
done. Oh, it's a great last start, though.
Luke, you require 84.
Needed that. Now, Luke Humphries, 84.
Oh, great dart, double 12.
60.
Nowhere near.
Gary, you
Doubles letting
require
him down.
66.
So, treble 10 or bull, or treble 14. Actually, the way I go when I have 66.
Yeah, that's game short on the
And
fourth
there
line.
is the double
Gary
6.
Thompson.
Split the 12 and takes out
Fifth flag
double
is Gary
6
Gautreau
to put
first.
himself 3-1
Game.
up. And he's now throwing for the match. Beautifully done from Gary Thompson in an orthodox way, as you mentioned, Anthony, mainly because I think
55.
it's the way that you go, but it was very nicely done in the end.
It's not a way a lot of people go, so that's why I didn't expect him to do it.
78.
Good cover again from Humphries. He's done the hard work of breaking Thompson, then broken straight back again.
60.
Slower start in this leg.
Yeah, only one leg of this
43.
match so far has gone with the throw. And Gary Thompson knows if he makes that total 2,
60.
he'll be walking off into the sunset with a victory. Luke Humphries has his back
100.
against the wall here. Does need to come out fighting in this leg to stay in the competition.
100. $134.
Much better from Humphries. Good cover shooting once again. Thompson. There is just no keeping this man down.
120.
120 floor.
Luke, you require 146.
Yeah, very unlucky. Yeah, Luke Humphries.
Another one of those. 18s now.
94. Gary, you require 106.
This would have been a lot easier check out if that 60 had gone in.
Just like that. Double top for a 4-1 win. It's
Game,
there.
Shot and a match.
Beautifully
Gary
done
Thompson.
from Gary Thompson. A 4-1 win over the dangerous Luke Humphries. He had a wry look back at the board, and he looks frustrated with what he performed out there. But someone who we mentioned is so relaxed and laid back. That's the first time I've seen Gary Thompson crack a smile. I think it's safe to say he's very pleased with how he's played there.
Very pleased indeed. Look, didn't really do a lot wrong, but that was an inspired Gary Thompson performance, and the recliner marches on.
He certainly does. We'll be back with you for the next game here from Chelsea very, very shortly. But for me and Anthony for now, it's goodbye. Welcome back to the Embassy Club in West Sands Park in sunny Chelsea. England Open Festival 2017. We are on with the England Open today. Stephen Jameson and Anthony Dundas with you for Ryan Hogarth versus Rhys Griffin. Two fairly young players with potentially big futures. This is Ryan Hogarth in the blue. Scotsman.
That's the practice start sober. It'll be Rhys to throw
Griffin.
first for the bullseye.
Very much Welsh.
A former youth player for Wales.
That's the bullseye.
And this young man, Ryan Hogarth, current Scotland international.
And that's outside the 25,
Should
so
be a really
first
good
start to
game.
Rhys.
Yeah, let's hope
First
so.
leg, it's
It
Rhys to
is
throw first.
Rhys who
Game
will
on.
throw first. Straight in with the bullseye on the bull off, and he's straight into the treble as well.
125.
Yeah, an excellent start. First two darts in particular. Less said about the third, maybe the better, but good start from Rhys Griffin.
81.
This is the boyfriend of Danielle Ashton, Lisa's youngest daughter. Very, very good player in her own right.
58.
Former world youth champion.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing
100.
some more backstage gossip as the the afternoon continues. Depending on who we roll out on the stage. We might start rolling people out on the stage who you specifically have dirt on. I think that'd be potentially the way to go.
55.
Oh, that could be dangerous. I could find dirt on Ryan. I'm sharing a caravan with Ryan this weekend. Me, him and 4 others.
58.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience, this one down at Chelsea, because I think I'm right in saying it's the biggest caravan park in Europe. So everyone
93.
pitching up over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. I remember being here a few years ago, my first time ever attending, and on a couple of occasions got lost.
81.
I'm not
Rhys
surprised. I'm
require
still not sure of my way around
170.
at all. I'm fairly sure in that I'm saying it's bigger than my
Good
hometown.
grief, bull!
145.
Oh, Rhys Griffin nearly going out in the most spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
See there, the
43. Rhys should require
scoreboard. Rhys Griffin
25.
wants 25, goes for 9, so he wants double 8.
It's a good marker. Just moves over slightly, but he's going against the dart, if you like.
Game
But
shot
it
on the
works.
first leg.
Great dart.
Rhys
Yeah,
Griffin.
beautiful dart that from Rhys Griffin.
Second leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Nearly took out a max. But he'll be happy to tidy it up in the 3 after it.
83.
Ryan plays his darts, county darts for the Borders in the Scotland South League.
140.
Represented Scotland a few times now.
Really does
65.
punch those darts into the board, doesn't he? And that one, well, the last one punched back.
Yeah. I mentioned in the last game that Gary Thompson got to the final of the Welsh Open Pairs.
140.
Young Mr. Hogarth was one of the winners. Him and Cameron Menzies took the silverware home.
81.
Yeah, I remember Cameron Menzies recently at the EDO event, the British Internationals in Bradford. I think I'm right in saying he was on the wire for a 9-dart finish in that competition, Cameron Menzies. Here comes Hogarth, just the wrong side of the wire, looking for the maximum. Now, Rhys Griffin wants 128. Won't do it now.
47. Ryan, you require 149.
A sniff of a chance here for Ryan. Treble 20. No.
59. Rhys, you require
So Rhys comes back to 81.
Great first start, double 12.
57.
So this is a chance Hogarth has to take.
90.
Rhys nearly breaking the throw, which would have been fairly critical.
One dart in his hand. Bull!
65. Rhys, you require 24.
So double 12 for Rhys Griffin and a 2-0 lead. And he'll turn to the right for double 6 and takes it. And now Ryan Hogarth is really up against it.
Game on.
Yeah, Griffin breaking the throw at his earliest opportunity. And as you say, it's Hogarth with it all to do. And if Rhys Griffin keeps playing like that, well,
anything's possible for him. If he's in this kind of form, he's going to be very, very difficult to stop. You so often see it in the short format of darts when someone gets up ahead of steam. That momentum, if it only lasts sometimes for a few legs, as anyone who's ever played darts at any level knows. But that's all you need it for in this short format, and Rhys Griffin certainly playing very, very well.
Yeah, the best of 7 format doesn't really give you much room for manoeuvre.
Which can work for and against you, of course.
100.
At the minute, it is definitely working out for Rhys Griffin. Ryan Hogarth, slightly less so. He's a way back hit.
This is super darts from Griffin. 180, 140, 100,
81.
and 81
Rhys, you
now.
require 81.
He's in the treble 19 again. Double 12, double 6.
69.
A rare miss.
Yeah, not quite there from Rhys Griffin, but he knows he's got time on his side. He might even be back twice.
99.
It's a little bit more like it from Ryan Hogarth.
Just too little, too late in that leg.
The third leg.
Rhys Griffin races into a 3-0 lead,
Game
which
on.
is leaving Mr. Hogarth well behind him. He is one leg away from advancing through to the next round in the England Open.
$58.
I believe this is a match in the last 128 of the competition.
60.
Still a long way to go, of course.
Yeah. If either of these guys want to win the competition outright, they have to get through this and then win another 6 games.
86.
Yeah, it's a long old day from, well, a long old weekend from start to finish. Lot of games played.
100.
2 competitions running at the same time. Most of these players will enter both. The
95.
England Open, which is this one, and the England National Singles, which we're seeing the latter stages of this evening. They'll be live on the telly box as well on Frontrunner TV. The Sky Channel 469, Freeview 91. Me and Anthony will be with you for that one. We are very much looking forward to those games from the national singles.
98. Ryan, you require 150.
We'll crown the champion of that competition tonight. And tomorrow, we'll be back for the finals of the England Open, which is a competition we're watching right now.
100. Rhys, you require 164.
So, big finish and it's on, another one. Bull for the match.
Game.
It's there!
Wow.
Wow, good grief.
Rhys Griffin.
An absolutely astonishing finish to win 4-0. Rhys Griffin. Absolutely outstanding performance from the young Welshman. And Ryan will be disappointed with how he's played. He's a far better player than he showed there. But it is indeed Rhys Griffin marches on to the next round with a quite scintillating performance.
Absolutely, yeah. Rhys Griffin really impressing there, and what a way to do it as well. There are good ways and less good ways to win 4-0, but I'm going to say a 1-6-4 to win it 4-zip is not far off being as good as it gets. Beautifully done from Rhys Griffin. He advances through to the next round, and the next game will be with you very shortly here from the EDO England Open. And welcome back to the England Open live from Chelsea.
It's Darryl to throw first for the bullseye.
We have got Darryl Fitton, very recognisable figure.
That's a
Ranked
25.
7th in the BDO. He's coming up here against Paul Callow.
Outside the bull. We play the best of 7. First leg, it's Darryl to throw first. Game on.
The unmistakable figure of the Dazzler. Straight into the treble 20.
139.
Not quite there on the cover shot, but strong start from Darryl Fitton.
$60. $100.
Another 10+ score from Darryl Fitton, who's started very, very nicely here.
Quite a peculiar throwing action from Callaway.
25.
You know, he's sort of dropping them into the board, isn't he? There's Darryl, very, very smooth, very distinctive style.
58.
His throw hasn't really changed that much over the years.
And he's left himself
40.
204 after 9. He'll be looking to leave himself on a nice finish here. Got to raise the eyebrows for that first start. It wasn't the nicest at all.
58.
Downstairs. Again, the cover shooting not quite there. So, Callow not out of this leg, but he does need to get himself a big score or two, which would help him out. Darryl Fitton wants 146.
26. Darryl, you require
Callaway just
146.
happy he got 3 to stick in the board there. A couple of bounce outs in his previous throws. But the shot's on treble 18. Should come back over for 20s.
98.
Yeah, leaves himself 48, which is a very nice little 2-darter.
Mr. Callaway requiring a hedgehog at the moment.
40. Darryl, you require 48.
So it's 16 for double 16.
16.
Not quite.
But he will be back.
Yes, he certainly will.
I'm sure Callaway is a much better player than he's showing. But playing on that TV lane against someone the calibre of
60.
Darryl Fitton
Darryl,
can
you
be a
require
daunting
32.
prospect, no matter who you are.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Fitton,
Yeah,
very
that's game
used
shot in the first
to
leg.
performing
Darryl Fitton. Second leg, it's ball
on
to
the
throw
television
first.
stage.
Game on.
And he checks out his first leg of this match. He leads by 1 leg to 0.
45.
Holding his throw. Callow again, a little bit of a slow start. As we've seen already quite a few times on the stage here at Chelsea, if the player who throws
100.
first breaks first as well, it's very, very difficult for their opponents to come back in the very short format.
$44.
Back in the red again.
100.
Yeah, solid turn from Fitton. He's already 100 points up.
$150. 140.
That's a bit more like it from Paul Callow. Bangs in a 140, which will no doubt settle any nerves that I think from the outside looking in certainly do seem to be present. And that just seems to have awoken Daryl Fitton a touch as well. He follows that in with a 140 of his own.
Daryl, you require
The
161.
treble's a little bit more regularly now as Callow, but 161 for Fitton. Come down now, 19s, maybe 15s, just to leave himself
125.
Yeah, beautifully done there. And Daryl Fitton leaves himself double 18 to come back to, which will make it 2-0.
26. Daryl, you require 36.
So, for a break of throw and a 2-0 lead. Come across now for double 9.
27. Paul, you require
Well, the door is open for
161.
Paul Callow. 161 is no mean feat, though.
We can do it now. We already have had a super grandstand finish on
60.
the stream today. Rhys
Daryl, you
Griffin with his
require
164
9.
to beat Ryan Hogarth 4-0, but Callow unable to emulate that. But Daryl now, double 4 for 2-0. Double 2.
Yeah, that's game short in the
super.
second leg.
And eventually,
Daryl Fitton.
he stops the chase around the board, gets his
Third leg is Daryl the throw
second leg
first.
up on the
Game
board. 2-0 to the Dazzler. And he'll be relieved that that one was all over, because they just seem to be getting smaller every time he went for the double there. But this is a bit more like it.
125.
Only 125 in the end, but the first two darts, excellent from Fitton.
And of course, running
66.
alongside the men's competition, we are hosting a ladies' competition as well up the stairs. And the big news from upstairs is that the #1 seed, Dita Hedman,
60.
is out, losing early doors to Josie Patterson,
That is big news.
the daughter of Lorraine Winstanley.
Well, Dita Hedman, who won both the England Open and the national singles last year, did the double.
95.
She's not going to get one of them. If we do see any peculiar results or any headlines from around the boards here at the Embassy Club
60.
here in Chelsea, we'll of course let you know and keep you informed as much as we can.
Yeah, we have got our roving reporter Nick Rolls out and about, reporting his results to us.
26.
And speaking of rolls, some sandwiches have just arrived in the commentary booth, and the excitement is absolutely palpable.
However, Nick has them. He's taken charge of them, so we may not see them.
43.
It's no surprise, Nick Rolls loves rolls. So Callow, he's in with a shout in this leg, you know. Daryl not throwing particularly well
59.
by his own very high standards.
This is where he fires in a massive score.
I was well aware I did set that one up for him. So when he hits this treble 19 for the second time,
Daryl has taken his cue.
Yep.
Well done.
You are very welcome, Daryl. He leaves himself 79 to go 3-zip up. But if Paul can follow him, he might just put a little bit of pressure on Daryl Fitton,
45.
which he can't
Daryl,
quite
you
do.
require
Only
79.
45, so options here for Fitton. May go treble 13. No, treble 19, double 11.
Yeah, that's
What
game
a
short
great
in the
finish.
third leg.
Beautifully done by Daryl Fitton. 3-zip, he leads, and he's now one away from taking another step towards the England Open title. Competition he won in 2010.
Indeed. This is the same stage as the competition as the last game, the last 1 to 8. So once again, after this, if Darryl wants his hands on the trophy, he's got another 6 matches to win.
Yeah, it's a marathon,
62.
not a sprint. Here's the England Open. Lot of entrants. Right, I'm thinking 512 started the competition today, I think. Which is
round about that.
some going.
43.
Hearing just under 512, but either way, a very, very large spread of players here at Chelsea.
84.
We witnessed some excellent darts yesterday in the sort of earlier rounds of the national singles. And then we were treated to some superb entertainment
100.
later on in the evening. There was a 90s disco, which I know, Anthony, you very much enjoyed.
Well, I did indeed. That was marvellous.
It was
We're being treated as entertainment in the commentary box. We're watching Nick Rolls having a fight with some
125.
a fight he is definitely losing, by the way, as well. Callow is ahead in this leg. Now, the last time I pointed that out, it rallied Daryl Fitton. I don't know if he's got a feed through so he can hear this, but no, there's your cue. It works. I'm just saying it clearly works. He follows that treble with a single. Room in the bed
100.
for one more, but he will settle for a 10.
He's following the script rather well. And Callow needs to pressurise it. And he's not going the right way about it at all.
25. Daryl, you
Losing
require 130.
But Darryl, 130. Treble 20. He'll stay there. Another one at treble 20. Treble 18 now.
94.
That's a great last start.
For you require 148.
So a big ask from Callow. 2 treble 20s. There's one of them. Oh, very unlucky. He's pulled it down.
140.
Really, he should have thrown a
Daryl, you
stub dart
require
second there.
36.
Yeah, he definitely should have. So this does need to go for Daryl Fitton. And it does,
Shot,
and that is the
match.
win. 4-0
Daryl Fitton.
for Daryl Fitton over Paul Callow. Big smile from Paul there.
I'm sure he's enjoyed the experience playing on the TV lane against a darting legend in Daryl Fitton.
Yeah, good to see the two of them enjoying a chat afterwards as well. Very relaxed atmosphere, which is something that's ever present at these championships. And Daryl Fitton not too pressured in that game. Paul Callow without a dart on the double in the end, but he will certainly be a better player for the experience.
Indeed.
And Daryl Fitton marches on, and so do me and Anthony, specifically to lunch. We'll be back though for the next game very, very shortly.
That's the practice starts over. It'll be Gary to throw first for the bullseye. Outside the 25. That's also outside, but a little bit closer. Second dart to Jim. First leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
And we are away with our next game. This is Jim Williams taking on Gary Stafford. And it was nearly the perfect start from Jim Williams. It's a 140. Very nearly the max to kick things off.
83.
Yeah, Gary Stafford in a bit of form. Reached the semi-final of the Scottish Open in February. And Jim Williams,
100.
over the past 3 or 4 years, a much improved player.
$134.
And some good darts being thrown so far. 83 followed by a 134 for Gary Stafford.
58.
As we have been saying, Nick Rolls has been out and about collecting some results. We reported that the ladies' #1 seed Dita Hedman had been eliminated and was out. I can now report that the men's #1 seed Glenn Durrant is also out, beaten 4-3 by Lloyd Pennell of Lincolnshire.
Well, big result there. The reigning champion is gone. So that's actually both reigning champions from the England Open and are now out in the early stages as well.
Jim, you require 143.
Hearing that Andy Fordham has been knocked out 4-0. So a couple of surprising results, a couple of the seeds falling by the wayside.
100.
If we, as I mentioned before, if we do hear of any big results, then we will, of course, let you know. Our roving reporter, or our rolling reporter, we should say, Nick Rolls, is keeping us abreast of the situation on the floor as Jim Williams wants 43, double 16, double 8.
27.
Just wide of the mark. So Gary Stafford has the chance to break the throw, which would be a perfect way to start. 78 he wants. Tops.
Game shot on the first leg. Gary Stafford.
So Gary Stafford breaks the throw first up.
Second leg, it's
which
Gary
is the perfect way to start.
Game on.
It was a very, very good second dart. It was only a single 20, but over to the right-hand side of the bed, left himself lots of space to go for the double.
It's amazing how often you see when players are left on 60. Sometimes you get a little bit of tunnel vision. The first dart goes straight in the heart of the bed as Jim Williams fills up the treble 20 bed for a maxi. And Gary Stafford thinks, well, seeing as though you did that, I'll give it a go as well. But the first one is not followed in. As Jim Williams comes back on 3-2-1. Always that little glimmer of hope.
60.
Quickly extinguished with a stoic 60 from Jim Williams.
Gary back in the treble.
89.
And not his preferred treble there.
Yeah, these two pretty evenly matched, I think, on the evidence that we've seen so far.
$96.
Decent cover there from Jimmer. Has left himself on a bogey. Gary should come for 25.
100.
Gary Stafford, what have you done?
Yeah, that's quite sloppy, that from Gary Stafford. Both players leaving themselves shy of a chance to check out here.
62.
Can't really blame Jim for leaving a bogey because with one dart in his hand he couldn't leave a finish anyway. But Gary Stafford really should have went 25 bull with that last dart.
Jim, you require 103.
So 103 for Williams. Treble 20. Treble 17. And treble 10, bull.
47. Gary, you require 112.
This is a nice finish. I like a 112 finish. Should go treble 20. We will go treble 20 again for double 16.
80.
And a long
Jimmy
way away with that.
56.
Start at the double.
Yeah, just pulled it. He gives Jim Williams a dart at single 16. He's hit the double. He wants double 12.
32.
Just north
Gary, you
of the
require
wire.
32.
As soon as he hit the double 16, he just raised his eyebrows. Exhibition stuff. But Gary Stafford.
Game shot on the
Hits
second
double 16
leg.
for a 2-0
Gary
lead.
Stafford.
Yeah, really good adjustment
Third
from
leg,
Gary
it's Jim to
Stafford.
throw
He
first.
just had to move to his
Game
right
on.
as the barrel was blocking his position, and he squeezed it in right at the top of the bed. Lovely final dart.
83.
And a 2-0 lead for Gary Stafford. And if he can break the throw on this occasion, he will be looking ahead to the next round, you'd think.
48.
Jim Williams needs to hold this throw. He'll be disappointed he's been in both of the legs.
100.
Just been edged out. As we alluded to before, with the short format, there really is so little room for error. And Jim Williams'
87.
error in the last leg was hitting a double when he wanted a single. Those are the margins.
Yeah, I think deliberately hit that double 16 just to try and poison Gary Stafford's double.
100.
I can hit it, let's see if you can.
Well, we got our answer.
Indeed.
97.
Good cover shooting from Stafford. But Jim's ahead in this leg. Will be first to the finish. Should come over for 18s. Or
84.
4, either or. So now Gary comes down immediately, go back up. Treble to leave a finish. No.
59.
So 6
Jimmy
darts from
require
here for Jim Williams. 1, 3,
134.
4. Probably go treble 20 first. I just want to set it up now.
94.
Which he does so beautifully. Really good from Jim Williams. Leaves himself tops to come back to. Gary Stafford back on 210. This should be Jim Williams
100.
on the board, you
Jimmy
would
require
imagine.
40.
Double top to keep himself in it.
It has to put his double trouble behind him,
Game
and he
shot
does
on the
indeed.
third
First
leg.
dart.
Jim Williams. Fourth leg, it's Gary to throw first.
Perfect dart from
Game
Jim
on.
Williams. And that will give him a real confidence boost. He's been a little bit unlucky in these opening 2 legs. Gary Stafford just
95.
edging them. And Jim Williams is in with a shout. He does need to break the throw back, though, of Gary Stafford. And if he opens with a maximum, that would be a pretty good way to go about it. 140
140.
is what he gets, but it's still a very nice start.
$43.
And 43 from Gary has just left that door ajar for Jim Williams. Wants treble.
58.
Doesn't get it.
A look of consternation on the face of Jim Williams there, failing to hit the treble.
96.
And Stafford not with a big lead. And Jim Williams, if he can find a couple more of those, can steal the throw.
100.
But a ton. He's probably halfway to doing that. Stafford wandering all over the Oki hit. Eventually settles on
97.
19s and pings in a treble. Very, very even like this.
Yeah. Stafford leaving himself the big kahuna when he returns.
Well, we nearly saw it checked out earlier on. He was Conan Whitehead who
100. Gary, you require 170.
hit the first 2 in. Couldn't quite get the ball. Gary Stafford will look to take the maximum out. He doesn't do it. And he will come back. Or will he come back? Jim Williams will come back to 103.
58.
which
Jim,
is
you
gettable.
require 103.
There's a little nervous fiddle with the flights.
So back down for 17s. Carbon copy of the last time he had 103 a couple of legs ago.
52. Gary, you require 112.
So 112. Stays there, another dart for the treble. Yes, double 16 for 3-1.
80.
No.
Big
Jim, you
chance
require
goes
51.
begging for Gary Stafford. 3-1 might well have put Jim Williams out of sight. 51.
2 16s. Needs to move in a little bit. Shifts over the hockey.
35.
Maybe a little bit too
Gary,
far.
you require 32.
So now it's Stafford, double 16 for a 3-1 lead. Again, shifting over.
Game shot on the
And
fourth
that is
leg.
there.
Gary Stafford.
A shake of the fist.
Fifth leg, it's Jim to
Big
throw
leg that
first.
to win from Gary
Game on.
Stafford. He goes into a 3-1 lead. Jim Williams is now almost requiring snookers. He needs to win this leg. He needs to win the one after and the one after that as well.
140.
It's not out of the question, but he has to hold his throw here. That's of the bottom line, really. And then he has to really go on the attack against
45.
Gary's if he can do that. But he had the chance there, which will be the real frustration. But he's got to put that out at the back of his mind and focus on what's to come.
60.
A beautiful shake of the head after that 45 from Stafford. Knows it's not enough. But if he does lose this leg, it's not the end of the world. It is Jim Williams' throw.
54.
He will be back in the next leg with the throw. That's all he has to do. Hold his throw and he's through.
Yeah, these two have been very closely matched. It has really come down to
81.
who's held their nerve better at the business end of the legs. And so far, the answer has been the man in the canary yellow shirt, Gary Stafford.
100.
Oh, this is good.
Very
good.
180.
So Jim Williams, second one of the match from Jim Williams, and he's left himself double top as well.
84.
In a
Jim,
way,
you require
it was the wrong
40.
leg to do it in, but having said that, there's never a bad time to hit a 180,
Game shot
and not
on the
when
fifth
it leads
leg.
to you
Jim
winning a leg.
Williams.
So Gary Stafford not even remotely in
Sixth leg,
sight
it's
in
Gary
that
to
leg,
throw first.
as
Game
Jim
on.
Williams puts his second up on the board, and it's now Gary Stafford's to lose on his throw.
100.
Hold his throw and he wins. Fail to, and we go to a decider.
$58. $60.
Slow start to this leg by both men hit.
We have another result just filtering its way through. A man that we saw on the TV lane earlier, Conan Whitehead, is out.
81.
Beaten by the Dutchman Toon Grieb.
So that's both of last year's finalists now exiting the competition.
100.
And are we on the verge of seeing another seed leaving the competition? Gary Stafford will certainly hope so. And he's in
55.
front in this leg and will be further in front after these three.
He should be first to a double from here.
46.
Jim Williams will be hoping he misses it when he does. That's all he's got now.
I think the minimum requirement for Williams has to be a ton 40.
100.
Only a ton, so Gary, providing he doesn't make a pig's ear of this, will be first to a finish.
57.
Unlucky for more. And indeed he is first to a finish. He'll go back for 138.
No, he's not left himself a particularly easy finish, and if Jim Williams can get a big score here, it could put him in the ascendancy.
97. Gary, you
left
require
himself
138.
110.
So the Deller finish, as we call it. Can't do it.
43.
So Jim Williams to stay in the match
Jim, you
wants
require
110. Gary Stafford lies in wait on 95. Need to treble.
No, so Stafford coming back.
54. Gary, you require 95.
So should be the Bull with his first start. No, he's gone treble 19.
Game,
Double
shots,
19. What a
and the
finish,
match.
Gary Stafford.
Stafford.
And another seed bites the dust. Jim Williams, a 4-2 result, not in his favour. And Gary Stafford with a good performance. And he's through to the next round.
Oh, what a way to finish. We saw in the last game on the stream, Daryl Fitton going out in style. Rhys Griffin went out on a 164 the game before that. It seems to be a trend here at the England Open. That was a beautiful finish from Gary Stafford, who takes the win over Jim Williams. We'll be back with you with more action from Chelsea very soon. Welcome back to the England Open live from the Embassy Club in Chelsea. This is Trevor Elott taking on Mark Mcginlay, a player that Anthony Dundas knows a fair bit about.
Yes, indeed. Big Mark is my pairs partner. We'll be playing together tomorrow in the England Open pairs. And Trevor Elott, not a player I am overly familiar with. I do know him slightly from travelling the circuit. I do know he's a very good darts player. But this man, Mark Mcginlay, ranked 2 in the BDO at the moment. And after the departure
It's
of Glenn
Trevor to
Durrant,
throw first for the bullseye.
he is the highest ranked player left in the draw.
Outside the bull. outside the ball.
Well,
now you obviously know Mark
play
very,
the best
very well,
of
just
7.
from a
First
general
leg,
player's
it's Trevor to
perspective.
throw first. Game on.
Anthony, do they tend to keep an eye on what's happening on the other boards? Will Mark, for example, know that Glenn has gone already and sort of be thinking, oh, well, that could be an opening for me?
nah, not really. Most of the players, like the high-ranked players, just concentrate on their own game. They don't really pay much attention to what's going on. The only way Mark would maybe know if he's maybe bumped into Glenn, asked how you getting on, or if he saw Glenn marking the board after he's been defeated. But it's not something the players do. They don't really tend to watch what the other guys are doing.
$85. $140.
Lovely darts from Mark McGinlay. He got a very high throw. Very tall bloke, as it is.
Yes, he certainly is. A real nice guy, as Mark.
60.
Has he told you to say that?
Yeah. I'll get my 20 quid later. Now, it doesn't look it right now. He's always very stern-faced when he's on the hockey, but
100.
away from the dartboard, spending time in his company, he's a man who's always got a smile on his face, always laughing and joking.
$140.
There's some good darts from Trevor there, just to keep himself in contention this leg. It's a close one. It's Trevor who has the throw.
85. Trevor, you require 158.
Potentially first to a double here.
Well, he won't finish now, but we'll want to pressurise the 91 of Mcginlay.
40.
A wry smile as he
Mark, you
knows that.
require 91.
Wasn't going to happen after that second dart. At 91 now, Mcginlay should go bull first. That's twice I've done that. I've said that the players should go for the percentage shot. They haven't, and he'll probably check this out now.
Yeah, that's game shot in the first leg.
Superb darts from Mark
Second
McGinlay.
leg, it's Mark to throw first.
Well,
Game
he
on.
definitely is profiting from not listening to the advice of his pairs partner. Super stuff from Mark McGinlay there. And he starts this leg
140.
superbly well. Just a 140, not quite a 180, but still a very nice start to the leg. And importantly, as we've mentioned so many times already today, Anthony, that first leg coming against the throw.
I think a few of the top players, they don't mind losing the bull, because if they break the throw of the first leg, they're automatically putting their opponent on the back foot.
180.
Absolutely super darts from Mark.
Yeah, he's only a wire's width away from 6 perfect darts. They really have found their mark in this leg. Pun not intended.
81.
Has had a chance at a televised 9-darter before at the Video World Trophy a couple of years ago. I think he went 8 perfect darts, missed the double.
100.
And it just so happens that the man refereeing for him just now is the same man who refereed that missed 9-dart finish, Marco Meyer, who's beginning to build a reputation of a bit of a jinx when it comes to 9-darters. I think he's had
45.
4 or 5
Mark, you require
matches
81.
he's refereed that could have been 9-darters and weren't. I'll tell you a story about that in a second, but McGinlay went for the treble 10, single 20 now.
49.
Yeah, he'll be back for double 16. Trevor, a little way back on 344.
He needs a taxi to get to a finish here.
81. Mark, you require
So,
32.
McGinlay for 2-zip, double 16. Oh, back you go.
Yeah, a little bit overzealous there. It does. You can see why he thought it wasn't. It was incredibly close.
16.
But he doesn't get it. Second one went inside. Third one went inside. Second one outside.
It's not too much of a disaster. Elott back in 263, so Mark will be back.
Just having a laugh. I think he's. Well, I think a few people are having a laugh at his expense
Mark
there.
requires 16.
Or possibly to his left. Here he comes again. Double 8.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
game
one is
short
in.
in the second leg.
No questions asked. 2-0.
Third leg is Trevor
round for
Throw
Scotland.
first. Game on.
So yeah, the story I was going to tell. There was a 9-dart finish at the Dutch Open a couple of years ago. Darryl Fitton, the man to do it. And Marco usually referees the final of the Dutch Open, but this year he decided to say to Nick
82.
Rose, he went, tell you what, you can referee the men's final for a change. The one time Marco didn't referee the Dutch Open final, and there was a 9-dart finish.
Yeah, proper jinx then.
16.
Well, if you want good omens, the first weekend of my darts commentating life involved a 9-darter. So at the minute, I'm 1-0 in that sense.
16.
Flawless record. So do stick with us this weekend, ladies and gents. You know where you need to be. We'll be on the stream in the morning and the early afternoons, and we'll be live on Frontrunner TV
180
in the evening as well. Sky 469, Freeview 91. As Mark bangs in another maximum. He's playing well.
All I'm going to say is I'm still sore about that 9-darter at the internationals. I missed it. I was
140.
standing outside talking to someone, heard an almighty roar and ran back in. Albeit about 30 seconds too late.
Yeah, a touch after the Lord Mayor's show, really.
95.
It was Paul Hogan who struck that 9-darter at the British International Championships up in Bradford. What a 9-darter it was as well. Very, very popular 9-darter. Is
66.
everyone just seems to love Paul Hogan.
Yeah, nice guys, Paul. Apart from supporting West Brom, says Nick Rolls.
94. Trevor, you require 153.
Someone's got to support them,
I was going to say, yeah, you've got to have someone, haven't they?
Paul Hogan, he's been on the scene for an awful long time. To steal
41.
a clip from Peter
Mark,
Machin,
you
he's been
require
playing darts since
72.
Jesus was playing left back for Jerusalem.
Having said that, though, he does seem to be finding a lot of momentum in recent months, Paul Hogan.
56.
Really starting to make
Trevor, you require
an impression,
112.
playing very, very well in the events that he plays. Like, doesn't tour as much, which is why he's unseeded in this competition. He was playing just before we came on air on the stream. He was playing
32.
a man seeded
Mark,
30,
requires 60.
who must have thought, what did he do to deserve this in the early rounds, running into Paul Hogan?
Yeah, that's
And
game
Bradley
short
Kirk,
in the third
who's
leg. Mark McGee.
Doing a bit of spotting for us.
Fourth leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on.
As he spots Mcginlay hitting the double to make it 3-0, and now has the darts for the match in this fourth leg.
Looking very comfortable, isn't he? Looks
100.
like he's very much in command, which he certainly is in a numerical sense. Looks very relaxed, and is playing some lovely darts as well.
And we can tell you that the next
60.
match we will have on the stream be the Dutchman Richard Veenstra taking on England's Paul Jennings.
Trevor Elott will be hoping to get a leg on the board, if he can.
100.
Really got nothing to lose now, Elott, so maybe the pressure will be off ever so slightly. But even then, Mark Mcginlay back in the treble. Oh. Adjusts well, though.
125.
Yeah, lovely third dart to find the gap.
100.
Didn't like that third one, did he? Did Trevor? Sometimes you don't need to see the numbers, see how a player's playing. You just take a look at their facial expression. And Trevor Elott going 45. Through the mill here. If that's the judgment that we're using.
Once again, you can see in the face.
45.
Unimpressed. One is not amused.
Oh, Mark Mcginlay got 171. Obviously can't quite finish on that.
You'll be able to finish now, though. Oh, look at this. Don't bust it. Good luck.
131.
Beautiful darts from Mark Mcginlay. Very, very good indeed. Leaves himself double top, which he will come back to with Trevor Elott sitting on 196. Can apply a little bit of pressure with a big score.
Mark, you require 40.
Mcginlay now 3 darts in his hand for tops and a 4-0 win.
Game,
oh, he only needs the
shot,
one.
And a match.
Good performance from Mark
Mcginlay.
Mcginlay. Trevor not playing the way he can. A couple of flashes of brilliance, but it is Mark Mcginlay with a great performance sees him through to the next round.
He certainly does march on in this competition. The highest seed left in it. He'll be hoping that it stays that way. As you can see on the screen, we've got more live action from the England Open coming very shortly. Welcome back to the England Open, live from Chelsea, the Embassy Club in the West End Park, in the lovely West Sussex area. It's beautiful here today. Really, really gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Not that these guys are experiencing too much of that. They are pretty much on lockdown all day. Relentless afternoon of darts, going thick and fast.
That's the practice starts over. It'll be Richard to throw first for the bullseye.
Richard Veenstra from Holland taking on Paul Jennings. Obviously, you can identify who Richard Veenstra is, because he's from the Netherlands. He therefore has to have some form of orange on his appearance at all times.
First leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on.
The Dutchman who will throw first.
Yep, Lakeside semi-finalist a couple of years ago.
140.
Really, really good player when he's in the mood.
$125.
And Paul Jennings, we don't see as much of Geno as we used to. Played at a few Lakesides himself.
100.
Yeah, made the quarterfinals in 2012 and the year after in 2013 as well. Semi-final of the World Trophy a few years ago.
81.
Must be an absolutely awful poker player, because you can always tell how Geno's feeling. Those facial expressions are absolutely remarkable.
91.
Yeah, I can imagine. And the expression he makes when he throws an arrow is similar to the one he has when he gets a full house.
180. Richard,
and he's going to be pretty pleased with that as well. A maximum.
100. Paul, you require 115.
So 115 left for Jennings. Well, there's the 5.
Well, can still do it.
Would be in an orthodox way. He wants the ball.
Still do it. Ooh.
82.
Just drags it down. So
Richard, you require
5
70.
might cost Jennings there. Veenstra wants 70.
Game shot on the first leg.
Super darts
Richard
from Veenstra.
Veenstra. Second leg, it's
fired
Paul
them in,
to throw
didn't he?
first. Game on.
Knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't hang about, does Richard? Just likes to get on with it.
57.
Jennings taking a tour around the board there, failing to land a treble.
He reached the final of the
140.
British Open last year, losing out in the final to the Scotsman Cameron Menzies.
$100.
Just saw a flash of light there. I think someone's opened a door in the middle of Geno's throw.
177.
Oh, terrific darts. 177 from Veenstra. Really very good. And 2 in from Jennings as well.
140.
There's this one.
Yeah, both playing very well. One of Richard's compatriots watching on in the background, Jeffrey Sparadins. They're supporting his fellow Dutchman. Oh, now then.
180. Richard, you require
absolutely
84.
Excellent from him.
But Veenstra, double 11.
Game shot on
Super
the second
finish
leg.
from Richard Veenstra. Under all sorts
Third
of
leg,
pressure.
it's Richard to throw first.
Didn't
Game
phase
on.
him at all. And now it's 2-zip.
It certainly is, yeah. Veenstra has got his checkouts out of the way in no time at all.
180.
And he makes the perfect start to this leg as well with a maximum. He's in fine form. Mentioned a couple of times already today, the short format does tend to help
82.
purple patches in games.
Yeah.
And make no mistake about it, Veenstra's certainly on one of those at the minute. I say that as he bangs in a very solid 28, but he'll be back, I'm sure of it.
The thing I find about Richard Veenstra's darts, if his first one's in,
140.
chances are the other two are going to follow, just because he's that methodical, he's a quick player. Just he gets himself into a rhythm.
43.
But if his first start's wayward, his other two tend to follow suit as well.
$99.
So Paul Jennings with work to do in this leg. If he's to get his way back
60.
into it, breaking the throw would be a pretty good way of doing just that.
$100.
Much more like it from Veenstra.
So just backed up your theory. So Jennings wants 80. And that's the worst possible start to it.
I can still finish though, 25 in bull. That's the 25. He's got one dart. Bull. Oh, just deflected
41.
away. I think maybe if it hit the other side of that dart, it would have maybe deflected into the bull, but
Game shot
Veenstra
on the third
double
leg.
16 and his
Veenstra.
double hitting is absolutely marvellous
Fourth
in this
leg,
match.
it's Paul to
It
throw
has
first.
been
Game
deadly, hasn't it? 3 darts at a double, 3 legs on the board for Richard Veenstra. Superb darts from the Dutchman.
100.
And I always think when a player plays quicker, shall we say, the checkouts do tend to look that little bit more
100.
spectacular as well. And make no mistake, Richard Veenstra's finishing has been sublime. Paul Jennings has not played particularly badly here, and he's 3-0 down.
58.
He is 1 away
140.
from securing his place in the next rounds.
$140.
Followed up from Paul Jennings.
We have got a cracking match coming up next on the stream. A young man of Northern Ireland by the name of Kyle Mckinstry, a man who is on great form at the moment, taking on the Dutchman Willem Mandigers.
97. Richard, you require 170.
Oh, that would have been...
We mentioned checkouts look good when Veenstra does them. If he'd have pulled off a 170 to win the game,
106.
I think that would have been...
Finishing in a fanfare of trumpets, but Jennings, 14 for double 16. To get a leg back. No.
74.
So,
Richard, you require 121.
1-2-1. That's there, 11. He wants the bull. No.
96.
Not a bad effort. He went for the treble 11 as well.
32.
So Paul Jennings has darts in hand
Game shot on the
to
fourth leg.
take a leg
Paul
back. He
Jennings.
does just that. He holds his
Fifth
throw,
leg, it's Richard
3-1.
to throw first.
That was
No.
a
Game
must.
on.
They had to have that. Could this be the start
100.
of the most tremendous comeback? Or is it just delaying the inevitable?
Well, he needs to
100.
break Richard's throw twice if he's to win from here. Starting with this leg right now, there's no more room for errors for Paul Jennings.
125.
Beautiful last couple of darts from Veenstra.
Totally disproving my theory there. First start was wayward, second two were phenomenal.
100. $100.
That's nice again from Veenstra. Keeping himself ahead. After 9, he needs 176.
36.
And that's not what Paul Jennings wanted. So Veenstra in the driver's seat.
$100.
In the driver's seat, and it would appear arriving at his destination very, very soon. Oh, look at this now.
171.
That's great darts from Paul
Richard,
Jennings.
you require 76.
Plenty of pressure. 16. Double top for the match.
36.
So, Geno, 94.
Paul, you require
He's
94.
going to try this one more time. He has to go for the bull. Hey, somebody actually listened to me for a change. So one dart in his hand for the bull. Oh, he's very unlucky.
69.
2 in the 25.
Richard, you require
He needed
40.
one of them to be in the red bit. Veenstra wants tops. It was close. That one was close too.
20.
That one is wide. Paul Jennings remains in with a shout.
25.
He needs 25. It's 9, and it's double 8.
9.
Oh, and has his
Richard,
chance
you require
just gone.
20.
That was a must-hit double, and it's going to. I think it's going to cost him here. Veenstra double 5. Takes his time, readjusts.
15.
Oh no, he's got another chance.
Well,
Paul, you
Veenstra, having been
require
so
60.
deadly on the doubles in the first 3 legs, all of a sudden is starting to snatch at them, and Paul Jennings with the chance to have another shot.
11.
Oh dear me, he's hitting 11.
Richard,
So
you
both of
require
them 5 to rip. Veenstra gets the first chance. Double 2.
1.
Goodness me.
Paul,
We've
you
seen some
require
fantastic
5.
doubling in this game, and then all of a sudden this leg has just disintegrated. Double 2 for Jennings for 3-2. Madhouse. The only way
3.
to end this leg, it seems. And it's
Richard,
not
you
there.
require 4. Game, shot.
And eventually-
And the match. Richard
And
Veenstra.
eventually, Richard Veenstra puts an end to it. He went the long way around, shall we say. And Paul Jennings will be so frustrated he didn't take one of his chances to keep that game going a little bit longer. But it is the Dutchman who dances through to the next round. Richard Veenstra stays in the competition with an excellent performance. And we'll be back with the next game for you very shortly. And away we go. Back on the stream here from the England Open here in Chelsea, by the sea on the south coast in England. It is a gorgeous day outside, but we are keeping all the action inside. I've got Carl Mckinstry shooting for ball.
That's a 25. That's also a 25.
And that's another 25, so we will go again.
That's a 25.
From Mandigers.
Outside the ball.
His opponent.
We play the best of 7. First leg. It's Willem the
be throwing first after a second successive 25. And that's the perfect start from Mandigers. A maximum to kick things off. Always the best possible way to start off a game.
60.
Just immediately settles any nerves that you might have.
I disagree.
96.
Start a match with a 180, it can only get worse.
And that's beautifully done from Mckinstry as well.
These are two guys on great form. Mandigers playing some good stuff at the World Trophy in Barry a couple of weeks ago. And Kyle Mckinstry, this young man who called up to the Northern Ireland squad a few years ago, started travelling the circuit and is very quickly becoming a force to be reckoned with.
44. Carl, you require 121.
Reached the televised stages of the World Masters a few years ago. Bull. Oh, very unlucky.
78. Willem, you require 141.
Mandigers becoming a recognisable face in televised darts. Always there or thereabouts for qualification.
Carl, you require 43.
Lakesides and World Masters. But tops for Mckinstry and an early break.
Yeah, that's game short in the first leg. Carl Mckinstry.
Great darts from
second leg,
Carl Mckinstry.
First. Game on.
Beautifully done.
It was Willem Mandigers who started the leg. First 3 darts with a max. But Mckinstry, can he do the same?
140. $97. 22.
Oh, Mckinstry with a ranked set of darts there. He will be eager to get back and put that
42.
to right.
No, I've already forgotten about that 22. Straight back into the treble.
135.
He's a little bit unlucky. That wasn't a maximum. 3 excellent darts. 2 of them found their home, though, in that red bit.
100.
And Mckinstry has the advantage in this second leg, one which he has the throw on already.
100.
Zane Mckinstry from Northern Ireland, part of the Northern Ireland international team. One of a good few Northern Ireland players who are starting to come through and
Carl, you require 104.
real forces to be reckoned with in darts. But tops for a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that's game short in the second
Kyle
leg.
Mckinstry.
Carl Mckinstry. Third leg, it's Willem the Throw
Excellent
first.
darts.
Game on.
Beautiful 3-darter, 104, taken out in no time at all from Carl Mckinstry.
100.
Leads by 2 legs to 0.
And Big Willem has it all to do now.
134. 58.
And he can't find the treble. And if Carl Mckinstry can break his throat on this occasion as well, it might well be curtains for Mandigers.
140.
Yeah, definitely. Has to hold his throw here. If he doesn't, I think his tee could be out.
41.
Mckinstry is essentially stolen the darts here. See behind him, a
60.
shake of the head from Willem. Must get himself back into it.
77. Carl, you require 167.
Well, 6 darts from here. And he will need them all.
We did say, you know, the
96.
short format can really play into the hands of, you know, players who have purple patches and that sort of thing. It can also work the reverse of the way, because every darts player has to have a low at some point. If you have that in a short format game, it's so hard to get back from it. Mandigers here really struggling to find the treble, has done for the past couple of legs.
Carl, you require 71.
Pretty much will, well, it looks like it might cost him the game.
Indeed. Just had to second guess himself there. He wanted to make sure he could leave himself a finish.
That's game short.
But it doesn't matter, because Kyle Mckinstry, another double hit.
Game on.
And he's playing so well just now.
He really is, and he's looking deadly on his doubles as well, which is important.
And 1 leg away from the next round.
95.
Finding that treble with regularity, and that's a bit more like it from Willem Mandigers. He is
100.
right up against it now. But 3 legs can be rattled off very, very quickly.
60.
It's not all over just yet. Especially if he can keep finding the treble like that.
135.
Mckinstry not lying down.
99.
Now, Willem needs to think about this. Make sure he leaves himself a finish.
96.
Super stuff. Good thinking indeed. And now 247 Mckinstry. He will be on a finish.
95. Willem, you require 170.
So the big kahuna 170. Well, he can't do it. He'll be on a nice finish after
96.
these.
And again, 96.
Just double checking the scoreboard. I think there's been either a score missed or...
Carl's last score was 95. Yeah, that's correct.
The camera getting up close and personal with Mandigers.
No, Willem has 74 left. And Carl was on 152.
Marco Meyer, the referee, taking charge of the situation. Just making sure that the scores are correct before we carry on.
This is a 135.
The score on our graphic is right.
Carl, you require 152.
All sorted, and now Mckinstry. We'll hope that hasn't broken his rhythm. Maybe just affecting him ever so slightly.
60. Willem, you require 74.
Full shake of the head. Now Mandigers 74. Can still finish 13. Leaves the bull.
49.
And
Carl,
now
you require
Mckinstry.
92.
This is his chance. Has to go bull. Well, he did, but he missed. Should stay there. No, he went for the treble 14.
44. Willem, you require 25.
And 9 for double 8. To peg a leg back. Has to hit it.
17.
No, he's missed.
Carl, you require
And
48.
that could be the last dart he throws in this competition. Carl Mckinstry wants 48. And now wants double top. Already hit it.
It's
Game.
He
there.
knows where
Shot.
it is, and
And a
he
match.
takes the
Carl
victory
Mckinstry.
by 4 legs to 0. A chance in that last leg in particular for Mandigers to get himself back into it. But a rueful shake of the head as the Dutchman departs.
Kyle's finishing that match absolutely spectacular for the most part, so he's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with for the rest of this event.
Yeah, we're looking forward to bringing that to you. And we will be back with you with our next game. We'll be after a little bit of a short break in around about 10 minutes time. And we will be back with you from the English Open. So a very warm welcome back to the stream of the England Open. We are in for a cracking game to sign off the stream this afternoon. This is the final game we'll be watching. And so we take a little bit of a break and we head over to the live TV arena. We will be on Frontrunner TV, Sky 469, Freeview Channel 91. A little later on. We are live from 4:30 on Frontrunner, Sky 469, Freeview 91. We will see the latter stages of the England national singles. That's the sort of sister competition, really, of the England Open, played concurrently over this weekend.
Cameron's throw first for the ball.
At the minute, though, we've got Dave Partlett versus Cameron Menzies.
That's a 25.
And Cameron Menzies has just taken his shot at the
that's
ball.
Also a 25. The players will throw again. This time it will be Dave to throw first for the ball.
And Dave Partlett also banging a 25, so they will
That's
go
a
again.
25. And that's also 25. The players will throw again. This time Cameron's throw first for the ball.
I think we could be here a while.
That's a 25.
Someone's got to hit the ball by this point, surely.
25.
And that's also a 25. The players will throw again. This time Dave to throw first for the ball.
A little smirk on the face of Dave Partlett there.
That's a 25.
25.
And that's outside the 25.
Good grief.
First leg, it's Dave
Eventually,
to throw first.
It's going to be Dave Partlett to throw first. And we have been mentioning all afternoon how important the throw has been. And when you see a battle for the ball go that close, you just wonder how much of an effect it will have on the actual game. Cameron Menzies will have to break the throw at some point.
93.
Interesting, Dave Partlett staying right to the right of the oche there. Way away to the right-hand side. Almost off the stage.
85.
Yeah, there's not really much room between where Dave stands and the screen at the back, so Cammy having to come off the other side just to stay out of Dave's way. Two very good players. This should be a cracking match.
100.
Dave Partlett has represented England in the past. Got to the televised stages of the World Masters.
95.
Very good player. And his opponent, Scotland's Cameron Menzies, current Scotland international, and the reigning British Open and Scottish
43.
Open champion. A player that wears his heart on his sleeve, as anyone who was watching the World Trophy will have saw.
93.
Gave Martin Adams a real run for his money. And you could see the disappointment in his face when Adams hit the winning double. Almost sank to his knees in despair.
Cameron, you require 160. $100. Dave, you require 73.
A decent standard been set by these two so far. Partlett wants 73.
So tops for the first leg.
Game shot on
there.
the first leg. Dave Partlett.
Nicely done.
Second leg, it's Cameron to throw first.
Dave Partlett, who holds his throw at the first time of asking.
And this is the very venue where Dave Partlett really made his mark. Had a great run. The last time I was here, he was to the last 16 of the quarter-finals of the England Open.
$99.
It's certainly a competition he likes. And we've already seen
60.
so far in this competition that it's been whittled gradually down over the course of today. We've seen some major scalps go.
48.
It'll be interesting to see tomorrow, should I say, how this competition develops in the latter stages. Some very, very good players still left in, but some very, very good players
100.
also going to be watching on from the sidelines.
$79.
Cameron's not really found his mark as of yet.
81. Cameron, you require 154. $60.
Yeah,
Dave,
you
you
just see there,
require
he's just struggling to
120.
find the treble, which is not something he usually has any trouble with. And that's a good first start. Shanghai for Partlett.
100.
Just drops it.
Cameron, you require 94.
That should be the bull. 19. For the bull once again. It's
Game
there.
shot on the
Oh, great
second
finish.
leg. Cameron
Beautifully
Menzies.
done from Cameron Menzies. Well, the ball-off
Third leg,
competition
it's
at the start of the
Dave to
game
throw
gave us plenty of
first.
time for him to get his
Game
eye
on.
in, shall we say. And 25 ball with a 19 sandwich. Here's the combination for Cameron Menzies, who squares things up at one each.
140.
And he needed that as well. Wasn't an easy checkout. I get the sense Dave Partlett wasn't going to hang
59.
around too much longer. Should he have missed it?
$97.
I had a word with Cameron not long before he was up on the TV lane for his game, telling me that his
59.
goal is to qualify for Lakeside, and he is very close. He's been making his way up the rankings fairly consistently,
100.
and maybe just feeling a bit of the pressure. Obviously, he has won the British Open, the Scottish Open.
137. Dave, you
He's
require
reached the latter stages of a good
164.
few other tournaments, but this, a category A+ tournament, carries the most points, and it's tournaments like
80.
these that Cameron really wants to perform well in, score the most points he can.
He's currently ranked 38 in the BDO,
58.
which
Dave, you require 84.
does seem a touch low for a player of his talents. Or a touch high, I should say.
Oh, now then, double 8.
76.
Very
He'll be
close.
back, Cameron back in 188.
Marvellous 140.
That was a little bit more like it from Cameron
Dave,
Menzies.
you
When his
require 8.
dart speeds up, you know he's sort of in the rhythm and in the groove. And he leaves himself 48. Will he get a dart at it?
That was a wide, and so was that.
6.
No.
Nowhere
Cameron, you
near from Dave
require
Partlett on any of
48.
them now. Cameron Menzies, chance to break.
16.
Couldn't have got much
Dave,
closer.
you require 2.
I have to say, I had to have a good look at that second dart to see whether that was inside or outside the wire. Reprieve for
Game shot on the
Partlett, and he
third leg.
takes it.
Dave Partlett.
Look at the
Fourth
look
leg
in
is
his
Cameron
face.
to throw
Big
first.
smile. Knows he got away with that there.
Big time.
59.
And Partlett takes out 2 and puts himself 2-1 up.
Nah, I may be wrong, but
99.
Cameron Menzies at the moment sitting in a position to qualify for Lakeside, courtesy of the United Kingdom regional table. Great darts.
180.
So again, wanting to put in as many good performances as he can. I believe Dan Day is the person closest to him in that particular table, posing the biggest
99.
threat to his qualification hopes. But the winner of this
39.
match will be taking part in the televised quarter-finals tomorrow.
The last visit from Cameron
58.
wasn't the greatest. It hasn't really been punished by Partlett. Wants treble. Doesn't get it.
41.
Couple of Low visits from Cameron Menzies.
$140.
And that most certainly is not from Dave Parletti. The 140 goes in.
96.
Cameron Menzies eventually
Dave,
finds a
you
treble,
require
but will
105.
he find himself 3-1 down?
Well, this could be a great finish. Double 16 for 3-1.
89. Cameron,
This
you
is a
require
must
86.
take finish for Menzies. Double 16. Double 8.
70.
No.
Dave, you require 16.
So Parletti with another chance. That's double 8 for 3-1. Well, we can use that as a marker. Just moves over even further to the right.
Game shot on
And
the
that's
fourth
why.
leg. Dave Parletti.
Cameron actually dropped a dart
Fifth leg. It's
during Dave
to
Parletti's
throw
throw there,
first.
offering his apologies, but obviously
on.
didn't affect Dave at all.
Yeah, he pretty much threw that from the beach, Dave Parletti, there, here in Chelsea. But
97.
he found the route to the bed. And he leads by 3 legs to 1. And Cameron Menzies now on the ropes.
I think we could have another. There was an issue with the scoreboard, I think, but it has been resolved. Just knocking Cameron out of his rhythm slightly.
100.
Two great players in this match. Two really nice guys as well. I've known Cameron for a lot of years. And I've befriended Dave
81.
the past few years since he started travelling the circuit. Really, really nice guys, both of them.
44.
I know Cameron will have the support of all the Scottish watching on the live stream. Oh, now then.
140.
It's not a maximum, but it's certainly a big score. 140 puts him on the road. Cameron Menzies, though, goes one better.
180.
Marvellous answer. But it's a 180 that only brings them near enough level. Only 6 points between them. And Parletti coming down.
99.
Comes back for 84. But what will Menzies have left?
93. Dave, you require 84.
So for the match, treble 20, double 12. Should go 14. Oh, double 11 for the match. Composes himself, aims, and
62.
very unfortunate.
Cameron, you
Oh,
require
take two.
84.
Cameron Menzies has a go at 84.
One dart. Bull.
Game shot
It's
on
there.
the fifth leg. Cameron Menzies.
Second time in the match,
Sixth leg,
Cameron
it's Cameron to
Menzies
throw first.
bangs in a
Game on.
bullseye, and he keeps himself alive in this contest. And he's the first to throw
60.
in this 6th leg as well. We may well be heading to a decider. The first, I think, we will have seen on the stream this afternoon. This game has been very, very close. That was a big-time
100.
finish from Cameron Menzies. Really needed that. And when backed into the corner, he came out fighting.
86.
Still, though, has to win this leg. Parletti remains just 1 leg away.
$100.
Steady scores at the start of this leg for Parletti. Cammy. much better.
140.
Yeah, much more like it from Cameron Menzies there.
Young man of Muirkirk in Ayrshire. Plays his county darts for Ayrshire.
60. $105.
Good thinking. We'll come back for 110.
What will Dave Parletti leave himself?
60. Cameron, you
not
require
enough.
110.
So for 3-3. Well, he can't finish now, but he will be back.
45.
And what on earth is he doing? Staying in the treble, going for the treble 20. That's ridiculous.
And Dave Parletti can only reduce the score.
100. Cameron, you require 65.
Probably not by enough not as much as he would have liked.
Needs the bull. Oh, so unlucky.
40.
Nearly the third
Dave, you
time
require
he's taken
81.
it out. For Partlett, he here wants 81 for the match.
Oh, it's on double. 18.
Game.
It's
shot,
there.
And the match. Dave Partlett.
A big cuddle for Dave as he wins. And a groan of despair from Menzies.
Yeah, you mentioned he wears his heart on his sleeve. There's no doubt about that. He is gutted to be exiting this competition, Cameron Menzies. But a very, very good win for Dave Partlett.
Yep. Dave moves on. He'll be in the quarterfinals tomorrow. But some cracking darts coming up tonight.
Yeah, we can't wait to bring them to you. Make sure you tune in live on Front Runner TV. Sky 469, Freeview 91 from 4:30 this evening for the latter stages of the national singles. We can't wait to see you then. With me and Anthony from the stream this afternoon, it's goodbye.
Later.